Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you everything that we feed our dog. This is Lacey. She's a Lagotto Romagnolo. She's looking at this fork because I was just putting some of the raw food in this little tray, little bowl. But I wanted to make this video because we did a bunch of research to figure out what to feed her. And we decided to feed her a mix of all of our favorites based on all the research we did. So what I've done is put a little bowl of each so I can give you a close-up of what they look like and then why we chose them and some experience with a few other dog foods that our previous dog, had lumps all over. I think it was a combination of the food and the environment, but I just wanted to give her the best possible chance of being healthy. And feeding a dog basically this is American Journey kibble. We do mix this in, but just this for your whole life, that doesn't seem delicious to me, or really healthy. The same food constantly. We don't really feed her table scraps, but after researching Sundays, Ollie, and Spot and Tango, the only other one that I really kind of liked was Farmer's Dog. But we chose Albright because she was already on Albright. And the dilemma with Albright being a raw food is we've always just left a full bowl and the dog eats whenever she wants. We've done that for 3 dogs, so over 30 years of the dog just eating whenever they're hungry. Well, you can't really let this stuff sit out because it's raw and it'll go bad. So what we're doing is feeding her. When she was a puppy, we were actually measuring out the right number of grams per weight, per how much she weighed. And we were feeding her 3 times a day. And I mean, we started off, she was tiny, like 1.5 pounds. And we're starting off with just a tiny bit. And then now this lasts probably a week, maybe not quite a week, 2-pound chup. But anyway, let me give you a close-up of all this stuff, and I'll just talk you through a little bit about why we chose each one. You can read the ingredients, you can do the research yourself, and then I'll tell you why we decided to mix everything. Mainly, it seemed more interesting, but why not? So first close-up of this is the Albright. It's basically hamburger. It looks like hamburger. You can see some of this going on right here, which looks like a intestinal lining. Whoop, there we go. Intestinal lining or something, maybe stomach or esophagus. That's what it looks like anyway. There's eggshell in it. There's definitely some kind of veg matter in it, vegetable, kale or something. Here we go. I think this is kale. Anyway, you can read the instruction or the ingredients if you want, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like, what to expect, and close up. There you go. That's what Albright looks like. And this is the puppy recipe. I'm not sure how long we're going to do this. The vet was giving her, the breeder was giving her this when we bought her, when we picked her up. So we decided to just keep her on it. 2 pounds. About $10 for this. Lasts about a week, like I mentioned, and it's a pain, I think. I think it's a pain. But it seems pretty healthy. So that she gets a little bit in the morning, about double this amount. She's a 22-pound dog, and she gets double that in the morning, and then at night and the rest of the day, we keep her food full of all of this mix. So the first one I want to show you is the American Journey, right there. Lamb and sweet potato is the one we use. And it rated the highest for nutrition and ingredients. It does have fillers, but it has the lower spectrum, the lower percentage of fillers. Like I said, you can do the research. I just wanted to give you a close-up and show you what this stuff looks like. It's your typical kibble. She likes it. We have a German Shorthair Pointer in the family that eats this exclusively. She's really healthy, and we feel like Chewy is really doing a good job with their house brand, and the research, like I said, supports the decision to include this in our assortment here. Sundays is a human grade food, and it's really dense. I will say, doing this, she eats significantly less than other dogs eat. This stuff looks like beef jerky, and you got to be careful with it because it does actually crumble like that pretty easily. It all looks the same. There's no variation really, and you can see how they've laid it out and dried it. And their claim to fame is that it's air dried, not baked. And the problem with these processed foods, if you're watching this video, you're no doubt doing research, is they heat them to the point where it kind of destroys the nutrition. So this is not heated at all, it's air dried. But more importantly, it looks like beef jerky. It's kind of a fibrous looking stuff. She likes it. In fact, if I give her little bits of it, she thinks that it's a treat. There, she's gobbling it up. And that is Sundays. The next one is Ollie, and I have the Ollie beef and Ollie chicken. And this is not grain-free. It has lots of stuff in it, and you can see when you look at the kernels, there's all kinds of color and green, orange, brown specks, little bits of each. It's not air dried, but I believe it's baked at a very low temperature, and you can see it's got like a little imprint on the bottom, so clearly they just plop it out onto a conveyor belt and bake it. And the beef looks almost identical. It's just slightly darker, but it still has all of this orange in it. And other, you can clearly see there's quite a bit in it. She loves this. She loves both. At first, she didn't like the chicken, but then she started eating the chicken. So we buy on the plan one of each flavor. We do the same with Spot and Tango. Now, this is more of a crunchy. Hear it? More of a crunchy. Spot and Tango is more of a softer, kind of airy. This one is the beef, and it kind of has a pinkish color to it. Just like the Ollie, you can see there's all kinds of stuff in there. This one looks like it's extruded and pinched off into little pellets. She likes this one as well. All of this she likes. Here's some chunk of square thing in there. If you look down in the container or the bag, you can see that unlike Ollie, there is actually different options in there. Like they have already mixed some stuff in there. You've got these little square chunks, and then you've got the round, extruded looking pellets. Ollie is just uniform. It's all the same stuff. This is the turkey Spot and Tango, and it's just lighter colored, and these other pieces of something stand out more. But very light and airy. She eats everything. She doesn't pick through it, searching for something first or leaving certain things for last. She literally eats all of it. And I didn't show you what this looks like down in here. You can see it is just, looks like a bunch of beef jerky. So this is significantly heavy. This is 72 ounces in this, little bag, which is almost the same size as this, which is much more airy. And interestingly, they don't put the weight on there. But I guarantee you it is half the weight of the Sundays, just because this is so dense. And you can tell how much the dog eats. If I were feeding her only this, this would probably last a month. All of this lasts over 6 months with her. So the way that we do it with all of these subscriptions is a little bit of a pain. Chewy doesn't care. You just order it when you want it, or they'll stretch out your order. Spot and Tango and Ollie, if you stretch out your membership or whatever for say 8 weeks, they'll send you 3 of these each. So you'll get 6 bags. I don't want 6 bags over the course of 8 weeks. I want 2 bags over the course of potentially 4 to 6 months because of what I'm doing here. So what you have to do is go in, change your subscription to 2 weeks, get your order, and then as soon as your order is sent, go in and change your subscription to 8 weeks or whatever their maximum is. Same with Spot and Tango. It's a little bit of a pain, but that enables you to get the subscription to work for you instead of them just auto shipping to you and you ending up with way more food than the dog can eat. This is the same thing. We have to go in and increase the subscription and then decrease the subscription. If you order this in a 30-pound package, I believe it'll come in 2 15-pound boxes. It gets it all the way down to 10 bucks a chub, which is $5 a pound. And the cost here is basically double what we were paying. We were paying, I think, almost $80 for a larger bag, and that would last about 3 months, maybe a little less for our other dog. This is double that. So it's not outrageous, it's just double. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this in her bowl. And I can't put all of this in her bigger bin all at once because you really can't stir this in any way. You have to pour it in a layered way so that when you scoop it, you're getting a little bit of everything. The reason why you can't pour it in and stir it is because you will grind this down to nothing as you're stirring it. I'm going to go ahead and feed her this because she is waiting patiently. And she loves it. She's like, "Why are you feeding me in the middle of the afternoon like this? We never do this." That's a Fi collar, by the way. I'm going to do a video on that. I love that Fi collar. Works incredible, and she can go in salt water, fresh water. Doesn't really seem to matter. So let me get the bin out, and I'll show you how I mix this up. Stay tuned. So I put that little bit down, and you can see she's munching away at it. I'll show you the bowls that we use in a minute, but this is a Simple Human. Locks down. You can remove this part, and it has this in here to scoop. So it works really great. But here's what we have to do. We have to put a little bit of each until it's full. And then I just rotate through. You gotta remember that this is much smaller. And I don't think that all of this is gonna fit in there. I know. right, empty, empty. Empty. We got a little bit in here, and we got a little bit left in here. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. And then I'll show you after this is full to probably here. So I'm going to go ahead and probably shrink wrap that, but this is now ready to scoop. And each time we scoop, we'll get, we'll get a new dose of food, and this will last, I'm gonna guess 4 to 6 months easily. She's growing, but let me show you the food bowls over here. So these are the food bowls, and we have 3. You may ask why we have 3. Well, we got 1 water. That water needs to be cleaned. We've got, this is the regular kibble that the German Shorthair Pointer eats. Was just here this morning. My son drops her off in the morning and she goes to work with my wife. But this is the product that we feed her, Journey adult dog food. I have this in a bin also. I'm trying to get rid of the rest of this bag. So a little bit more and it'll be gone. But we try to keep the Legato into this food. So we bought that lid, and then we have another lid if my daughter's dog comes over, because my daughter's dog will just inhale all of it. So if it's only the German Shorthair Pointer, we leave that one open. If it's only the Legato, we leave that one open. And if the Plott Hound comes over, we cover them both, because she just devours everything. I got these on Amazon, and it's really, really worked out well. If you're wondering the expiration dates on these, this Ollie is 6 of 2025. The Sundays is best 2 of 2025. And the this was May of 2024, but they don't list an expiration date on it anywhere on the Spot and Tango. But you can tell when it was manufactured. That code there is May 2024. I don't know what the rest of that means. So we're well within, if it lasts 6 months, it's, right now I just poured this into the bucket and it's May of 2024. So we're well within 6 months is when I would need to potentially worry about it going bad. This is how much is left. The rest of it is in there. And this we will use to fill her bowl until it's gone. So it's really very efficient. This is obviously a little overbalance of this because that's what I happen to put in there, but she'll eat through it and she'll appreciate the variety. Anyway, that is what we feed her. She is amazing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.